If you look at the roots of Tantra, they come from India. But when they go into the different areas, like Nepal is close to India and Tibet is close to India. So they bring in their own flavor in it. Again, depending on the teacher, what the predisposition of that teacher is, then that flavor comes in too. So we have to take everything, if we see history, we have to take some things, with a pinch of salt and say, okay, what was the purpose of this? Why did they do this? So if you look at Tantra, there is Tamasic Tantra, which is basically you can have alcohol, meat. You don't have to have sexual relationships with your partner alone. You can have it with anybody else. But there was a guru who monitored that. It's not like, what's the difference between somebody who's licentious or just doing what they want to somebody who's on a tantric path yet doing all of this? So there was a certain guideline around it, and there was a certain structure. So some of the Buddhist tantrics can belong to this group where they say you can drink as much alcohol as you want or have as much meat, and the body's just the body. You don't have to get attached to the body. So there is different streams like that. And depending on whether it's Vajrayana, whether it's this, they have so many sub-factions and sects. And according to that, there are different rules. And then we have, even in India, we have the Dakshina Marga Tantra, we have the Vama Marga Tantra, we have the Madhya Marga Tantra. So we have so many factions. We have the Naga sadhus or those tantrics who wear nothing. They just wear ashes. They say, you don't even need clothes, this is just the body. And they walk around naked. So again, it depends on what you're drawn to, what your path is. So there are different philosophies behind each, and there is a way of execution of how your sadhana unfolds. So some of them detach completely from householders' life, and they will be among their clan or their monastic orders. Some of them will just be householders. So there's all permutations. That's why if you come to ancient India or the tantric paths, there are as many paths as people, because there's so many permutations and combinations. But of course, there are very predominant paths like Vama, Dakshina, and Madhya. So what is Buddhist Tantra? How is it different or similar? For me, everything comes down to the same thing. But of course, they might find certain differences. And Buddhist Tantra, typically the monks who are wearing robes, I mean, again, Swamiji, I'll tell you what my guru felt. He knew a lot of monks, and in those days there was a lot more meeting, not just internet. Oh, I know this person from the internet. No, they actually met and they actually traveled to each other's ashrams. So they had a physical experience. And he said he did not agree with a lot of these monastic orders. He said, I find a lot of repression and a lot of abuse in the Buddhist tantric schools.